I hit the button.
All right, we're coming.
Again, it's a 10-second delay, so that's what happens.
Oh, it's hopping. We already got 7 jumping around in there like fish, talking it up.
Right, we got 8 people here, 8 thumbs up. I got the email saying we're live.
Hey, looky. What's up, guys? Another Wednesday bit of therapeutic goodness.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing tonight? And if you, for some reason, don't recognize the guy in the Brady Bunch cube below me and below Johnny, what size of rock have you been living under the last 2 years? We will love to welcome Beard Times with Scott to our airwaves for the first time.
Howdy, everybody. And I will give you guys a bit of a trivia for future purposes on this channel. This was going to be the original beard therapy right here. This was what it was going to be. When we were going to have the 3 of us and a 4th person as just literally the rotating spot that they have now. Unfortunately, because my work took a crap on me and I just didn't have the availability to do so, I didn't actually jump in from the very beginning. I wanted to, and I apologize to both these guys because I wanted a conversation therapy thing with these two because I love watching that guy's channel very, very much because I respect his opinion and his what's the word I wanted to say? I don't want to say morals. I respect what he represents for our community. That's Barbados Joe. And Johnny Grooms, he's just a Stone Cold Steve Austin wannabe, and that's it, and I'm fine with that. But Johnny Grooms he also has a great YouTube channel, and I've been watching him since day one. Great guy. His reviews are great. Stop editing your videos. Stop editing your videos.
I have a condition.
Really quickly, Johnny, look at that chat and look at Helifat.
Oh, all right, man. Look at that.
So
he wins.
Okay, so Johnny, why don't you explain that real quick before we really get rolling?
Wow. Good job, Phil. See, I wanted to, do a small little game during therapy, and I have a backwards sentence scrolling across, and how did he do that?
Just when you
read backwards? I didn't even put any spaces in there. It's all one word. Jeez.
Well, he might be just in a different realm right now. Well, now
you know what it is. It's,
well done, Phil. Well done.
The first person to decode this will win a small mystery box. That's what it says, right?
Yeah. That's what that scroller was. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll win it. I said it first.
All right. So for everyone out there, I just want you to know, get ready to send your hate mail to Scott and your hate text and everything. If the last time I was on live with Scott, that live imploded and is no longer around. No, I'm not blaming Scott for that. I'm just saying the last time we were together, something happened. So if Johnny and I get on the outs real quickly, Scott might have a curse on him. I don't think that's the case.
Not gonna happen.
Not just
You all know that I'm a big Ric Flair fan, and I'll just chop the hell out of you right from the beginning. I don't hold back. So I'm just saying.
That's it. Yeah, look at it. So, little announcement before we really, really get started. Me and Joe and Miners Beard Company, like the entire Miners Beard Company, we're going to go ghost hunting.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to West Virginia. What's it?
Moundsville State Prison.
Yeah, Moundsville State Prison. And it's going to be an overnight thing. They rented out the whole prison for the night, and we're going to go ghost hunting.
I've heard about that place.
It's supposed to be amongst ghost hunter circles. It is notoriously haunted.
Yeah.
I played music with 2 guys that actually were there, and they were saying it's kind of freaky. I said, man,
I have this whole list of gear that I'm buying, right? Because I want to record the experience. So this is my list. I'm going to run down my list real quick. I am. I got a chest vest for the phone to mount the phone. You know how like the GoPro has that chest vest? So I have that.
Because we want to do some lives from there, like little
lives. Yeah, we're going to do lives. I want to record the whole thing and everything. I'm going to have a second cell phone as backup. I have a 256 gig flash drive that will connect to an iPhone and an Android. I'm gonna buy 2 of those. One for me, one for Joe, just in case he doesn't have space. You know, right? I'm also getting a giant power bank and an LED spot floodlight that doubles as a power bank. Also, it takes four. Wow. Yeah, it takes 4 for these like big industrial size high voltage batteries, and like they're rechargeable. I have the charger already, you know, because the same batteries go on my vape devices and all that stuff. So I'm good on batteries.
What all weapons are you taking to this place? Because you want
I'll get to that. So I got the spotlight, all of that gear happening. I'm getting headlamps, LED headlamps. I'm gonna be so fucking bright when I go to this penitentiary that the ghosts are gonna be running away from me. I'm bringing ultraviolet light, the green light that hunters use to see the eyes of the animals. I say to bring that too because that, you know, picks up a spectrum of light. It's actually it's a tri-light. It's a white, red, and green flashlight for hunting and stuff, for the deep woods hunting. Getting that, and also I'm bringing my rosary that I got when I was at Catholic school. I'm bringing holy water, garlic, clove, sage, and a shit ton of rock salt. And when you laugh now, but when you start getting dragged away by some demon in the middle of, you know, I'll be able to save you. Don't worry about that, Josie.
That's funny.
It's like a Punisher comic when Punisher opens up the closet to see what gear he's going to take to kill somebody.
Yeah,
I've got the image of Johnny opening the electronics department and just like pulling all this shit out. Hey, serious props though to miners, man. There's 2 ways you can go about this. You can, you know, like purchase your own ticket and go with other people, or you can reserve the whole night and you have like up to 20 or 24 people that can go. And that is not an inexpensive proposition. And they had no problem with it. They suggested it and they told Johnny and I to come aboard. I'm gonna have my oldest daughter there, and if we can hopefully arrange it, my 13-year-old. It's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be
Sounds fun. Sounds really fun.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never ghost hunted, but I have seen some in places. Can't lie.
Yeah. I've had a few experiences in my past that proved to me they were there. And then I took my oldest daughter when she was 10. We went to Buffalo and did the old train station there, the Grand Central or the Buffalo Central Terminal, which is this beautiful Art Deco building from the 30s, and still actually had a lot of the equipment for running a train station still inside of it. We went with the original Ghost Hunter show, TAPS. They were the ones running the investigation. So like Grant and Jason and those guys. And we had a great time. Now she went to sleep a little early. That was like a 9 till 2 thing. And she went to sleep around 12:30. So we left a little early, but we picked up an EVP, something that you don't hear with your naked ears, but you hear on the recorded device. We picked up one of those, and I went through all the proper protocols to get it tested. There was a secondary ghost hunting group there from Georgia, and the guy who was with our band of people was also an English teacher, so he and I hit it off. And so I was sending him my stuff, and he had the cool software and stuff to get rid of various noises, and we ruled out all the mundane possibilities that it could have been that night. And once you rule out all the natural, your only explanation is the supernatural. And so he called it an EVP, and I thought it was as well.
Wow.
I was thinking about getting a thermo, like a thermo thermometer and all that stuff, and the white noise recorder. They're actually not that expensive.
Yeah,
you know, they're like $20 a pop, and I'm like, I can get like you. Do you have one of your own?
So basically, what you're telling me, Johnny, is you are going to be equivalent to the characters in Call of Duty and Tom Clancy. When you're in the
Gotcha. You got to go. I've never been, so I got to go prepared because I
would probably do the same thing. I probably would.
All right, I had a couple questions I wanted to ask Scott. Did you have anything more in the ghost hunt, Johnny, before we transition out?
No, I think I'm good. I think I just have to get some maybe like sulfur cloths and some white candles.
Duct tape. Always carry duct tape.
Oh man!
If you get the ghost, you gotta tie him up somehow.
Johnny has told me he's not buying any beard product in February, and now you can see why.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go on the
He just told us that. You know what? I'm calling you out on this right now. You just before we went live, man. I'm not buying the product for February. Yeah, you know why? Because they're going to be Call of Duty.
Oh dear me!
It's not for a couple of months.
He gave us a whole bunch of crap. Oh man, I'm so backed up on reviews. No, you ain't. You're going on a Call of Duty trip.
Ghost Recon.
Johnny Grooms and Ghost Recon.
All right, so Scott, the one question I had for you, and it was interesting, you started getting onto it when we were in the green room beforehand, so I pulled back so I could save some of it for on areas. You've been doing this thing for 2 years now. This is your third year of reviews, with whatever you do. What is your philosophy going forward? Because I look at, like, I was done doing the reviews because I felt I had enough product. And I hear a lot of people that have enough product. You have a shit ton of product times 3 to what I have probably, because I know you still purchase. So where do you see the channel or Scott as far as the beard stuff going in 2020?
What I'd like to do is one thing for sure I want to do, and I'm going to, but it involves patience, is I have honestly 1,000 bottles of beard oil, and I know I do because if you look at my top 10 bottle or a thumbnail from 2018, there's 600 bottles of beard oil sitting on that table in front of me.
Wow.
I reviewed close to 400 last year or in 2019. So that is daggone close to 1,000 right there. So I've had 1,000
last year?
Something like that. I can't remember the exact number. Some of them I didn't even do reviews for because I do test a lot of stuff, and some companies just want an opinion. Like they'll just say,
right,
test it. We're looking for this, blah blah blah. Yeah. And I do count it, but I just don't acknowledge it. Just okay. Yeah. Add literally like add water, whatever. Well, you know what I'm saying? Just add this, add that, move forward.
Yeah.
It's close to 1,000 in the 2.5 years I've been doing this. I still buy beer products. I can't lie. I do. I will say this. There are some reviewers who have said, I haven't bought products in a year. Good for you. That doesn't make you any different or better than me. I buy what I like to use. I'm not the type of person that goes to companies and says, hey, I'm out of your stuff. As an example, I'm out of 1912. Could you send me another bottle of 1912, Dave?
Right.
But I will say this on camera, and before I say it, this is not available to the public. I will be receiving a 1-of-1 from Mr. Luxurious himself as a thank you for doing what I do in the community. He is nice enough to send me a 4-ounce bottle of 1912. I'll be having that very soon. And he's already told me that he will not offer that to his site.
That's awesome.
That is one of Mandy's rules. We have to have 1912 in this house at all times.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
That's her favorite scent. It's still my favorite scent that I've used to this day, and that's the one I've used the most.
Yeah, because I think you would put, like, I know you have a close relationship with Pete at Damn Yankee, and I know you buy his product as well as you're giving his product. But if I were in your shoes, and let's say I run out of Cavendish, I would feel like I'd be putting Pete in an awkward place to ask for it. That's just who I am. Like, if I got it and I liked it, I'll purchase it again. And if they want to send it to me again or whatever on their own dime and without me, I just don't want to have to ask. I would much rather purchase, even if I am real tight with the owners. And I have a few owners who have sent me a lot of stuff that are very, very generous to me, and I still buy stuff from them too.
I buy stuff. I actually made a purchase from Pete last week. He did the stupid sale for Cedar Tobacco Vanilla. I bought one for myself and JC Mar Reviews because I work with Justin. He didn't have the cash that very day, and I was like, I got it, and bam, and Walton, I got 2 combos from Pete. He also sent me a tester because it's no secret. I am one of the select few damn Yankees testers, and I'm honored to say that he respects my opinion that much.
Mhm.
Johnny Grooms is now as well. He's one of the testers as well.
Fuck! Why didn't you tell me this, Johnny? That's awesome.
I don't know.
I'm throwing him under the bus. That's why I'm throwing him under the bus. But,
Good for you, Johnny. Good for you.
he sent me out a tester to try, and it was really nice. He's trying infuse stuff this year, and he made me a one-off a Texas cedar wood beard butter. I love the smell of cedar.
Yeah,
and I love the smell of the cedar and the CTV. I said, I was like, could you make it? Because that's one thing which I'm not upset about. Detroit Grooming. They make an awesome cedar wood oil, but they won't make the butter for their specific reason.
Oh.
And I put them together, and it's almost neck and neck. I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Mm.
Well, what were you saying? We were saying we got off the topic a little bit. What I'd like to do this year for myself, go a different route. I'm going to continue to do reviews, answer people's questions, whatever videos they want to see. I have all the tools. I have reviewed the Brio Beardscape. I have reviewed a nice pair of badass beard care scissors, straight razors. I'm going to not go to the barber this year. I'm going to trim on camera my own beard myself. If I screw it up, I screw it up myself. I'm just looking at it like I can do this all day long. Okay, try this, try that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to reverse the role on myself. Put your money where your mouth is. Do it yourself. And that's what I want to do. So I'm growing it out, obviously. I'm letting it go. When I'm ready to trim it, I'm going to do it myself.
Now, from your post that your barber has beer. That's got to be a tough decision for you. I haven't gone to a barber in a while, but a barber that has beer is pretty awesome.
Nick, he has it's a kegerator, so keep in mind it's only one beer. But
right,
how many barbers do you know actually do that? Honestly,
right.
Here's the awesome thing. He can't sell it. He has to give it away because he doesn't have a license.
Oh.
So you get free beer. He has bourbon there as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like a let's hang, while we're at the barbershop.
That's like the high-end salons in New York. You walk in the door, the first thing they give you is a glass of champagne. And then it's like while you're waiting to get your stuff, you get snacks.
I will never ever be able to afford to even drive on the road in New York to come see you, man. So what?
I haven't been there. I just know that exists.
You walk on the sidewalk. You're paying for taxes in New York, man. Respect. It's not my fault, Yeah, I would like to. I want to do more live streams, and I know I've had a lot of companies, a lot of subscribers and followers. I'm starting to get messages from people because I haven't been making videos. I'm alive, honestly, guys. I've just been taking a break. There's nothing wrong with that. Nope. I have just literally been taking a break, and as you all know, I don't reach out to companies to do product reviews for you all. Like I said a year ago, I wanted to see what Beer Times with Scott was going to bring back to me full tenfold, and I'm sticking with it. So, but I am testing out products for Whiskey and Hardtack right now. Damn Yankee Beer Company, Chesapeake Beer Company. I'm always testing something out for Gary. So I'm always doing something. I just haven't made a lot of videos, and I apologize. I do have one that I'm going to be making here very soon, and it's going to be one. People may think it's kind of lame. I'm even going to say it myself. You might look at it and be like, it's kind of stupid. One of my coworkers, he's actually the guy who got me started into growing my beard out years ago. I'm giving him full credibility for this whole entire video. This is his idea. He's he's my mentor at work. He come up to me one day, and I'm in a warehouse, so keep that in mind. The tunnel bays are always dark. Flashed a light. Just messing around. He flashed a light at me, and it was a black light. And he goes, Did you eat a donut this morning? And it never crossed my mind that you could see everything in it with a black light, not the regular light.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a video about it. This maybe cheesy content, but my whole point of the video, you never know what all gunk you have in your beard.
Yeah.
comb it out, brush it out after you eat, because I didn't even know he knew I ate a donut. I didn't even see him. He knew I had food in my beard with that light. I was like, dude, that's genius.
Yeah.
Man, just all kinds of thoughts running through my head right now with that idea. Yeah, Johnny puts up all sorts of different content. You know, I think it's great to diversify the channel to, you know, what makes you happy as well.
Yeah,
Right? You gotta like what you're doing, and you gotta, you know, keep that spark of creativity alive. You know.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I
I
always
will,
feel.
I will say, as a reviewer, and it's no knock toward it gets old doing reviews. So after it does. I can't lie.
Yeah.
There's only so many times you can say, "Oh, yeah, this oil is this balm is this."
Well, you guys know I don't sugarcoat anything. I think I've done that quite a bit.
Mm.
I'll say it's shit.
It's funny. I was thinking today, like, how do I truly know if a product isn't working for me, right? So I was thinking, after putting it on and going throughout the day, at the end of the day, if your beard feels like hay or like straw down by the roots, does that mean that the product's not working for you? Or is it just because it's dried out and you need to rehydrate it? Or should you have to rehydrate it? You know what I'm saying? Or should it just stay, if you have a really good product, it should be soft, you know, throughout the day, right? Like the whole hair and everything, sorry, excuse me, the hair and everything by the roots and all that stuff should be soft, right? Or, because I was questioning it myself, because I was using a product and I you know, it was really great for the first couple of hours and it was like really soft and great and everything like that. But then like towards the end of the day, I'm like, oh shit, it's like really like nasty. Like it feels nasty. Like it feels like this is all dry and brittle and all that stuff. Like, is that the product, or is it just because it's, you know, it went out its duration?
I would say try it. I would give it another few days. If it's doing the same thing, it's the product, because weather elements could have been a key factor. If it was windy, things like that. If it was raining, I don't know. I just first thing runs through my mind. Give it a couple more days.
Right.
What do you think? What do you think, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's really weird, I guess what I do, Johnny, is because I've yet to find an oil that my beard really dislikes. You know, some guys say I really can't, like Mo says he can't wear hemp seed oil in his beard because it dries him out. I've yet to find that oil that doesn't do well with me. And so I often will do like a comb test because I'm always combing, you know, and based on how my comb glides through and I do that a lot because for whatever reason that gives me a good barometer, you know. And always, I'm always, all of us, I think, are always within a few minutes of some oil. I've got a shit ton of work. I've got
I mean,
you know, so I used to keep them in the car, and then summer came and I forgot a couple, and they kind of went by the wayside because they got all hot and messy. You know,
I'm hydrating.
Yeah, you're hydrating.
I'm hydrating.
I honestly say I've been thinking about that myself. You know, because not every company uses the same blend.
Right.
I've been trying to decipher, and I don't know 100% for sure, but I think the oil that doesn't work the best for my beard, and I could be totally wrong, I think it's any company that has coconut oil as like one of their main ingredients, because it kind of dries me out. It kind of does, and that's very crazy to say, but I think it's coconut oil. Because if there's jojoba and argan in it, I'm like golden, because I know my beard sucks them up like nothing. I do it all the time.
What about? I think is grapeseed oil in there too? Like when you start to notice that it's dry, because I feel like grapeseed oil for me, like just it stays on the surface of my beard hairs and it just doesn't absorb. I don't know if that's just me, but you know.
That's going to be one of my focuses this year, is to see if I can get better at breaking down how the oils work for me.
Yeah, I'm starting to really like try to figure that out for myself too.
Yeah, I was doing that as well, trying different routines with my beard. As it's no secret, I haven't been using beard balm forever. I started using it again just to see what it would do, and it actually makes my beard look fuller for me. This is beard butter alone, but when I wear a balm, medium or strong, I will say, because if me personally, I'm not going to wear a light whole balm because it's pretty much like a butter. So it's literally like not necessarily throw it out the window, but I'm like, what's the point? So if I want a balm, medium or firm to stronghold automatic. So, but it makes the beard balms make my beard look fuller, and I liked it. I was like, yeah, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I still have a bunch of balms, so I still use mine, particularly my unscented, because I have many that match, but I have way more oil than I do matching balm. So I always try and keep 1 to 2 tins of unscented on hand, and I actually like one of the ones I use, Rocky Mountain, is more a conditioning balm, like a really light medium, and then I really love Lone Bear's unscented. Because it's a stronghold and it's got this the bees they use it for, the beeswax that they use for it, gives the balm just the slightest hint of a honey smell to it. Not powerful, but just enough that it doesn't just smell like whatever the ingredients are. It's got a little bit of honey freshness, and I really like the hold of Lone Bear's unscented.
Yeah, they have a really good holding beard balm.
Yeah,
Emo. I got to answer this real quick.
Go ahead.
He says I'm going gangster on you guys. I always wear my Honest Amish hat like to the side. If you see my pictures and stuff, it's something me and my daughter always do. But I'm even throwing you guys like a wild card. I got a shirt with sleeves on. I mean, it's got my hashtag on it, and it's a gift from Mr. Ryan and Beard Hoss. So this is
nice.
He sent that to me. Most appreciated. But actually, I'm wearing shorts. So I don't have my pants on the ground. I got a pair of shorts on.
Here's a question for you, Scott. I'm a Beard Hoss fan. I know you've reviewed them numerous times.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 of their scents. I like all 3. I have the Barbershop, the Mean Green, and that Damn America, which I love to death. In 2 years, name 1 or 2 or 3, however many come to mind, companies that when you did the review, you were like, this is a good company, but they never really took off. Like you didn't see them or you didn't hear people talking about them. Can you think of any?
Beard Hoss, because I'll say it just because we're talking about it. I said on camera that was my favorite barbershop scent. Gary asked me, "What's the difference between Beard Hoss's and his?" And I told him his was stronger. It lasted longer. I honestly said that to him. He could vouch for that. I liked it. I liked their barbershop scent. I still do. It's a very fresh, clean. I do really enjoy that. Ryan is a great product maker. He really is. And I think he's making new scents this year. Last time I talked to him, I think he's making a couple new ones. The Mean Green one, that one threw me for a loop. I was like, dude, this is different. That one surprised me. And then what did I put in? I put his Woodstock in my top 10 because that one was a different take of orange and patchouli. How many companies make that? Not very many. And I liked it. I really liked that one. Other companies that kind of came and didn't go out or go so big. Ooh, this is a tough one here. True North. That is a company that I still get asked about to this very day. Every day. What happened to True North? Because they had beard butters. That was their specialty. They had other products, but they sold 2 2-ounce butters for $20, or they sold 2 2-ounce butters for $25, or 2 4-ounce butters for $30. So common sense, that's a no-brainer.
Right.
They had 30 to 40 to 50 different scents, man.
Oh,
it was great. And I messaged them, and the guy was like, "Yeah, we're going to come back." That's the last anybody ever heard of him. I'm like, dude, do you know how much money you can be making right now? And Rob Acker, that was another one. I will say Untamed.
yeah.
That company, and I love the Gatsby. I think that is one of the best scents I've had probably in my entire bearding journey. No offense to Nick, but he kind of like came and went. People loved his stuff, and he kind of disappeared.
Yeah. I just think his regular life, the work, because he was an accountant for a construction firm or something.
Yeah.
I remember early on, he and Jester did an Instagram live, and I hopped in for whatever reason.
I was there.
Oh, you were there. And and he was just kind of like, I don't even know, how you do this and with the reviewers and this and that and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I always thought he had. I was not a fan of Gatsby just because I'm not a coffee dude, but I love Templar. Knights Templar was a really nice set to me, and I loved his balms. His was one of the first balms where I'm like, oh, I really noticed a difference with this balm.
Yeah.
But I was only in this thing like three months ish when I first got his stuff, so I was still kind of learning on the job, if you will. And yeah, and then I noticed he did a couple other scents, and then he's gone, the
website is still up.
Yeah, but he has like
he literally has stepped away.
Oh, like a social media presence, you mean?
Yeah.
But the company's still up.
Looking at another one. Rock Beard Company. That was a company that Gary was good friends with Matt from Rock Beard. That's a company that offered 3 different lines of oils, like a stock, a mid-grade, and a premium, and they were literally exactly what they were. Like I don't remember the exact, but the stock had handful of oils more, and then I think the premium had like 10 to 13 different carrier oils in it.
Wow.
I still have one of the bottles because
what's the name of this company?
What's that company again?
Rock Beard Company.
Rock.
They're from North Carolina, but and I'm not knocking the scents. He wasn't into mixing scents yet. It was like you had a citrus, you had a lavender, a vanilla, and it was great. I did not have a problem with that. He was starting to get into mixing scents, and then he got a promotion at his job, and I think he shut down. They were awesome.
Yeah, I don't see it anymore. It's
not
not
Gary said the one that smelled like pepper. It did smell like a steak. It's weird to say it, but it was good.
I love black
pepper scent. It was nice.
Lone Bear has a black pepper. It's a little. It doesn't last as long as and it's not as strong as I would like. But I love a black pepper. I that's one of the weird savory kind of things I'd wear in my beard. Not too many. I would wear.
I'm looking at the comments here. Infamous Beard Gang. That's a company that they literally only have one scent. And that guy, it's a coffee peppermint scent. It's a nice scent. But the dude literally has not really done anything ever since he's launched. I haven't seen him make anything new in over 2 years. I don't know if he's pushing his business or what. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now, recently, we've been talking about this in various chats, me and Peoples. There are a lot of companies out there, dude. I mean, I thought there were a lot of companies when I first started doing my research for United Beards of America to try and find as many as I could. And now that I'm more in tune, at least in the Instagram universe, so I don't even know beyond like who doesn't really promote on Instagram. Do you think in 2020 we can see sustaining of this oversaturation, or have we hit that bubble? Are we going to start to see some companies go by the wayside?
I honestly was wondering that myself, and if I offend any company, I'm not trying to. I'm just answering a question. Yeah, there are way too many companies out there, but I'm not going to tell someone that they shouldn't make a product. I would never say don't do that,
Right.
But there are so many companies that literally still you see them popping up on Instagram. A new person you should know. A new person you should know. Every day there's a new company popping up. There are. And
go ahead.
Some will die, more will come. Yeah, they're every day there's a company starting up. Will I see it fade out? No, I honestly don't think it's going to fade out. And because 10 years ago, this wasn't even a thing. It was the pretty boy chin strap look that everybody went for. And I don't think this is going to go away for a long time. And I will say that because I was one of those chin strap guys for years. I wore a goatee, and all the years, and now that I'm not playing music, I'm growing a beard out. Like it literally is the rock music stuff and the beard. It just goes hand in hand. Yeah. I wish I would have known about it when I was still playing.
Right.
Seriously.
Because obviously we have what I would call the big small batch. We have some untouchables, companies that are not going to go away unless their owners decide to.
They'll go away when I tell them to go away. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Ape, Lux, Chesapeake, Fable, but there are, and I know this because whenever I do get new stuff and I'm like just kind of like blown away by the company, where I'm like, I mean, like you were saying earlier, when I started, it was a lot of lavender vanilla, a lot of citrus, a lot of sandalwood bourbon or whatever. What I call the I forget what I call them in that recent video.
The easy way to say that is the common sense. That's what I would say.
Yes. And now these newer companies are coming out the gate with crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll get a company that may have one or two of those standards, but they're coming and they're bringing the fire early. And so for me, no offense to any companies, but if your lineup is most of those standards, I'm not going to be interested in purchasing from you because I've already done that. I'm always looking for the thing that's going to really turn my head.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say, Joe. I get asked from companies like, I'm just setting an example. Let's just say Beer Gents. I just saw their name. Let's just say Beer Gents and I are talking for the first time about working on getting a review together. They're asking me my honest opinion, like literally, and I don't have their stuff at all. They'll say, what do you look for in a company? Because I do have a video on this from years ago. This is what I always say: be original. Don't copy some other company, because it never ends that something smells just like what you made or you're ripping them off. Do your own thing. Be original. And then when it comes to the scents, I tell them, show me something. Show me something. But yes, I will agree with Gary. The simple scents, you got to have them. You got to have cherry tobacco. You got to have a barber shop of some sort, But as luckily, I'm going to mixtape Gary's scents and make them more badass for him this year. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
you got to have the scents that guys want to wear. Like I said, you got to have a barber shop of some sort, a fresh, clean scent. You got to have a citrus scent, a cologne, and you got to have some that stand out. And just as a company that stood out to me, just when I watched them from review, not even use their stuff, the Bearded Fox. The first thing I ever heard was hipster doofus, and I'm like, that is the stupidest name I've ever heard of. It's hilarious, and then I hear the profile. I'm like, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I did. I was like, I literally went from this is a joke to holy crap, that works in one breath. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And Corey, when he makes his sense, he doesn't bullshit. He literally layers them out. He wants it to stand out. All of them do. They really do.
It's one of my favorite all around companies, from packaging and duration of scent and originality of scent. And he now has a lineup of he's got to be getting close to almost a dozen scents now, 10 to 12 cents.
I think so.
Yeah, so you've got a big variety. So yeah, Fox is definitely one of my faves for sure.
Yeah. Gary's talking, bottles and stuff are basic. Yeah, you're gonna that really annoys me when a company like a blue company here, blue company ripped off our bottles. No, they didn't. They probably bought them from some place you did because they're cheap.
There's a supplier, a bottle jar supplier. Yeah. I just saw the ad.
I mean, it annoys the shit out of me. Oh, well, that looks like our bottle. Okay, well then let's put this in perspective, because I threw this company under the bus. Huxtable literally ripped Beard brand off 1,000,000%, and I was the only one who had balls to say it.
Yeah.
I said it. And if you go back and watch my unboxing, I almost threw the box because I was like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
I got so many surprise DMs like, holy crap, you didn't hesitate on that. And to this day, that company won't even speak to me. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say.
You know what? Like I like when the companies block you and then they say something negative about you. Like they're the only beard company out there. There's so many beard companies.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I didn't understand that. Like, I opened it up and I'm like, I held up Old Money and Huxel side by side. I'm like, can't you see this?
And I remember they were one of those, because that's when I was still watching all you guys religiously. It was like you and Dan and Matt, bang, bang, bang. All of you guys had a Huxel review pretty close together, give or take. So they came out of the gates running. And then I bought some of their stuff because, I respect yours and Dan's and Matt's opinion back then. Some maybe I don't respect as much right now. And I wasn't impressed.
He was talking about me there, people. He was talking about me there, people. He was.
And it was one of those things where it's like, okay. It was hype. It was all hype.
Yeah. I do not make commercials. I don't make commercial videos for any company. Ain't gonna happen. As we said in the green room earlier before I clicked on here, a company messaged me this year wanting to work with me. And I'm not going to lie, it's no secret. I do make influencer fees on reviews. Not all of them, but some. Company contacted me asking me how much it would cost. And I literally took a different route. And I said, what do you want? What is it you want? This company literally wanted me to make a commercial. So I literally went like this. I said, I just said this to Rob and Johnny before we come on live, so they know what I'm going to say. I'm like, I could have make a video and go, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. You should go buy this and go buy this and go buy that. And I told them it would cost them $2,500. So they were like, they said that's a little insane, this and that. I said, well, review would have cost you maybe $200.
Yeah.
I just want to see what they say.
Yeah.
No, one day you're going to get that company. It's like, deal. Deal. Because how much really, if you think about it, right? A commercial on TV, I don't know the cost of advertisements on national TV. Paying $2,500 or even $1,500 for a presentation that is forever immortalized on the internet, as long as you see fit not to delete it, or they can even download it and run it on their own, but then they have to deal with you later. But I'm just saying, like, $2,500, $1,500 is a lot cheaper than running an ad on TV or paying for a billboard or something like that. You think about, the Super Bowl, they're paying $5 million a commercial. It's $5 million.
Brett Burlon wants full honesty in a review video. Go watch my Barn Brand video from last year. Listen to Barbado Joe's response to it. I don't think you're going to get any more honest than that. That's all I'm saying. And I am not starting any trouble. I'm just stating, go watch that review. Listen to his comment and opinion of that review. Then come talk to me about honesty. Because my stomach was cringing when I was filming that video because I gave that company a not so good review. And I got so much negativity for that. But the people who didn't were all the reviewers because they all knew what happened and what I had to do. I did what I had to do.
Gary says he wants a commercial from you, but in the nude.
He has that on his phone.
All right.
So he wasn't even ready for that response.
Unsolicited nude reviews.
No, I will say honestly,
1 minute long each.
A lot of reviews I make, whether I get paid for them or not, honestly, is really no one's business but me and that company's.
Right.
But my reviews are real and honest, and that's just how it is. Now, I will say this. There have been companies that ask if they go about it the right way. They say, hey, would you mind if we take your video and literally they're going to make an ad out of it? And I send them a nice message. I say, basically what you want to do is I lost the word. Shit. They want to take the video and use it as a commercial. I can't think of the word of what the actual term of it is. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I lost the actual word. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Basically, they're licensing the video. That's what they want to do. They want to license it. And You could do that at your own discretion. And I say that literally because I know this from other people. Scotch Porter, they ask to license people's products. And what they do is they give you X amount of money and they give you X amount of Scotch Porter products for it. And you either take it or you don't. And when they do that, they can make their ads or whatever because you agree to it.
Right.
Now, let's just say, Honest Ape, I see Rob's company there. Let's just say, let me read. Is that money worth the integrity to your channel as a reviewer influencer? If the product isn't good, that opportunity is presented. If they ask you to sell the product versus reviewing it.
Yeah.
No, I tell every single company, I tell them literally, you ain't getting a commercial. I tell them, I tell them all straight up, I will use your product for, let's just say it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, whatever. I tell them it's at least going to be 7 to 10 days minimum that I'm going to use your product, and I do. And then I tell them, I'm like, if I don't like it, I'm going to say it in the video. I'm going to tell you, but I will never make a commercial for anybody. I just don't do that. But back to what I was saying about licensing videos. Let's just say, Honest Ape and we're doing a review together. There's no influencer fee or anything like that. There's no affiliate link. It's just a product for the review. Okay. Let's say Rob wants to make ads out of it. Okay. Let's just say I tell him $500. He can pay me that $500. He can do whatever he wants with that video because I agreed to it. That's, here, it's yours. You own it now. You have the right to do it. People do that all the time. People do it to YouTube videos, period. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as a musician selling his song to a car company because then they can use it in their ads. Same thing, just a different perspective.
I wonder if can you get residual for every time that's played. So every time that ad runs, you get a percentage.
Oh, yeah. That I can't tell you because if any company, if you're paying for an ad on Instagram and stuff, you stop paying for it, it goes away. They wean it out really quickly. They do.
Royalties. That's what I mean, royalties. Because
they do.
Yeah, it's just like you said, music. Every time, again, a happy birthday plays, whoever owns that gets residuals. Yeah, we get royalties. Right.
I am not in a band at all anymore, but I own the music royalties to my band, my first band. I still make money from them to this day because they didn't think about trademarking anything. I did because I knew how to do it. Like on the internet, I literally had a laptop and was like, made the order, and they were like, "Do you want to do the copyright stuff here now?" Well, I needed all of them there for their shares. They didn't want it. I took it. So to this day, I still make money off of music that I don't play anymore.
That's awesome. That's awesome. See, that's like, that's something that, shit, man, that's great. All depends on the agreement, all the license. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Rob Acker, you ever want to talk? You got my phone number, buddy. I'm reading your comment there.
Yeah. I mean, for me, that's why I don't crank out videos that quickly because, they have to be a certain way, and it takes time. Like I can film like the 10 minutes you see when I film it, it's at least a half hour or greater. When I'm done editing and getting it right and everything like that, and sometimes I have to reshoot it. So yeah, there's definitely time you put into creating and all that. I know you do
now.
You don't do any editing. And as soon as if
I will say this on camera. I don't make as much money as a lot of people think that I really do, considering, I do have a monetized YouTube channel. It's not that much money, honestly. I'm really not that popular of a person because I don't like people anyway, including you, Johnny Grooms. But
talk about.
I honestly don't make as a lot. People think I make a lot of money. No, I don't. I really don't. And I don't, and there are I don't make there are some reviews that I don't make any money at all. You know, no influencer fee, no affiliate link or whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. I will say a reviewer with little or no influence shouldn't charge. Their time put in is seen as a hobby, in my opinion. I will say this: Gary Lewis is a loser. I've never liked him since day one, and he should never make another beer product again. And I'm saying that without hesitation because I want to see what he says. He knows I'm joking. He knows I'm joking.
Now, Scott, are we getting near the witching hour? Or are you good?
Good, boy. We're good, man.
Right on. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, Rob is talking about being like thinking about whether he should, whether he shouldn't. It seems. I don't know if that's
well. In case anybody's wondering, people pay me $7,000 for a review, so you all take that into consideration.
I got to tell you, I had to.
That it 7,000.
$7,000.
That's it.
Yeah, and then you look at Scuba with 140 some thousand subscribers. I bet she's getting millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
I mean, when word is gospel, it's got to be a little more than $7,000.
I used to get calls from bars to play, and of course, you know, my band only charged people beer money. That's all we ever asked was beer. Yeah. And they're like, "What do you all charge?" I'm like $7,000, like without a hesitation, like $7,000. And they looked at me like, "Are you insane?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd like that in cash, please." I used to do it like $7,000.
I just wonder, like, I realize that there are those. I don't even know their names because I don't check this stuff out. But those websites or whatever that figures your worth based on subscriber or all that kind of jazz, right?
Social Blue Book. That's what that one is.
Yeah, Social Blue Book. Yeah.
And there's one or two others. I just don't understand how you might be able to, because that document says you can charge as much, how you feel you might be able to charge that if some small company wanted to come get a review off of you, right? And okay, fair enough. If that's what the market will bear, then that's what the market will bear. But at the same time, I also think those numbers are based off of bigger companies, bigger pocketbooks paying that kind of fee. You know, like Gillette or Old Spice.
Right.
Not like John's beer company on the river, which may make great product and may want it to get reviewed by a big name, but just doesn't have that in their expense account right now because they're just starting.
That's why I think.
Hold on. Rob Smith. I'm 5'8" or 5'9". I'm not sure one or the other.
Your wife.
I don't know.
I don't know how tall Scott is.
Well, we all know Rob Smith is 7 foot tall, so he wants to see how short. Like he probably wants to put his elbow on my head if he stood beside me. Probably what he wants to do.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Those sites like Social. I keep saying Social Blade.
The other ones.
They have their estimations on influencers that are in like within the millions. You know, there's makeup reviewers that have millions of subscribers that push hundreds of thousands of millions of units of that makeup product for that company. Mm-hmm. So I feel like with what we're dealing with here with small batch companies, like, you know, not a lot of them are even like, you know, breaking 6-figure profits. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't think that you can scale the same kind of like fees that you could for major companies like, you know, like if Gillette was paying you for an ad, you know, they would pay you some whatever, thousands of dollars for an ad. You know, I think those sites shouldn't apply to like, you know, really small home-based batch companies. You know, they're not. I mean, there's not a you know, let's be real. There's not a beard company out there right now that is netting 6-figure profits, right? I don't think so, right? Do you know of any? Or
if they are, they should be paying me at least $75,000 for a review. 7,000.
Well, if anyone would, it would be one of the big boys like
small time, like there's no
brand or Live Bearded. I don't know. Maybe Lux clears that. I know Lux always sells out of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if he cleared it, but not too many others. Maybe Ape does. I don't know. That's not.
I have no idea. I will say this: of all the companies that I work with closely or at all, I don't ask them, "What do you make?"
Right.
No offense.
No, you would have to. I mean, something like that. That's public knowledge. So, like, you would have to go to.
Like we all, the three of us, we work together with companies more than just via message. We're friends with some of the owners we know.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sure they tell us, like I made 25,000 this month or whatever. Right. I don't even want to know what they make. I don't want to know.
I don't either. To me, that's one of those things. If they want to tell me for whatever reason, I mean, I'm not going to tell them shut up, but I'm not going to be looking around. Sometimes I'll check in, like I remember with Adam with Hanyaker. I'm like, "You doing okay? How's everything going?" He's like, "I'm doing great, man." And I'm like, "Good enough. That's all I needed to know."
Yeah. Now sometimes, like, so I've released some products for companies here, like I did for Bad Dog Beer Company earlier. I put out my scent with them.
Yeah.
I did Hair of the Dog. And I had asked Jeffrey, I was like, I was curious. I was like, did my influence help him?
Yeah, you always wonder that, right? You always wonder, like, hey, did I help you?
Well, I never asked him. Right. I asked him. He says, yeah, you really did. And Pete, with Damn Yankee, when I released his, like, he couldn't keep his fall scents on the shelf at all. Nice. Like, he thanks me every day, and I'm like, yeah, stop, whatever.
Awesome.
That was, I watched your review on the fall scents, and that was the first Damn Yankee I actually purchased. I purchased 2 of his fall scents.
I thought they were amazing this year. I thought he put out 4 awesome scents. I really did.
And he had a couple leftover materials for the summer ones. So I ordered.
Okay.
I ordered one summer, and he was nice enough to throw in the other. I got both of the sangrias, and damn, they were good.
Those are the ones I did not get my hands on.
If you bring them back this summer, Scott, you've got to. Those are some.
I told him I'm ordering them this year.
I'm not a wine drinker either. I am not a wine drinker, but man,
look at Ben Taft. Ben Taft 63. He's all on my Panama scent. He loves that scent.
That's when the next review is coming out for me. It's Panama's coming out. Yeah, next review is Panama.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
This is an honest question, Scott. This is an honest question that's right in your wheelhouse. So I was happy with Damn Yankee, but he has, and I know this is intentional, a shit ton of tobacco scents, right? So when I'm looking at the scents, I'm like, okay, do I want to get cedar tobacco vanilla? Do I want to get Panama? The one that really interests me is Cavendish. That's the one that I think I'm going to try first, even though everyone raves about cedar tobacco vanilla. What are you laughing about? The chat?
No, I'm laughing because I think I know what you're getting ready to ask me, but go ahead.
Yeah, obviously he's doing good business, but is that, in any of the owners in here, is it wise, and I'm saying this as a complete layperson and an idiot for this kind of stuff, if a lot of your line is just different kind of riffs off the same base scent, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing, you think? Obviously, with Dan Yankee, people are buying all his stuff, but for me as a consumer, I don't know where to begin because there are so many tobacco scents.
Well, I will say this, that and I'm not giving anything away. Pete has asked that question to me a few times because I've dubbed him. He is the master of tobacco. He is the official master of tobacco. He's got Pipe Bomb. He has CTV. He has Cavendish. He has Studio, and he has Panama.
What about Pop-Off Chair? Or is that leather?
Pop-Off Chair, Tobacco Bay Leaf. That is 7 of his scents that have tobacco. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not going to say that because Damn Yankee, honestly, is one of the few companies that I can say that I enjoy every scent that they have. I like them all. But I'm a tobacco fan, so keep that in mind. Moving forward with that, That's why I say he's the master of the tobacco. Do I think it's a bad thing? No, I don't. But the spring scents that he is making, they're coming out soon, which I will have next week, by the way. Shut up, Johnny Grooms. They are completely different from anything he's ever made. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get away from the tobacco, so to say. And how good are they? I'll let you know. That's all I can tell you.
See, that's what I'm a big tobacco guy too, Scott. I mean, I think tobacco and gunpowder, and there are far more tobacco scents than there are gunpowder, are probably my two favorites. And that's why I really want to dive into Damn Yankees tobacco scents, but I guess I'm like, can you really differentiate 7 different scents? If I get all 7 of them, am I gonna be like, all right, does this one really smells like this one? Or could you line up all 7 and they would be just different enough that you could go, that's CBT, that's this, that's that.
Blind test, is that what you're saying? I could blind test them.
Yeah, and you could tell the 7 different tobaccos. You wouldn't have any problem with crossover. They're different enough.
There's a secret ingredient in Cavendish that I guessed it. He didn't tell me. I guessed it.
Night.
That you will know it when you try it. You'll be like, I know what it is. I will tell you privately, but I won't say it publicly out of respect for Pete. But I think you will know what it is. There's something in it that gives it that scent. Pawpaw's chair, it literally is just a tobacco in leather. It's good. It's a nice scent. CTV is literally exactly what it says it is. You get all 3. I think you will. Honestly, I think that would be the least one you'd like the most. Because
go ahead.
It's a great scent. I think you will appreciate his other tobaccos more.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we can stop there, but it's one of those, it's like you're holding the dog at bay. I want to, but I just haven't made that step yet. Let me check the chat out real quick.
Let me send a message to Pete, and I'll get him to send you out a package to review. He honestly, he was been wanting to talk to other reviewers for this year, so that's why I said that.
Well, that's very nice of you, Scott. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cavendish is great. Rob Ape said it could go either way to my question of having that much, and that's kind of the way I felt. Yeah. If you're very good, many.
Me, if I was to have a company, and I will clarify, I will never have my own beer company, so don't ask any more people. If I did, I would have. Because I've thought about it, I would have 5 scents. That's it, or 6, as in one of the 6th one being unscented. I'd have an unscented line for people like Joe who can't wear scents all the time because of the wife.
Yep.
So I would have. Now I don't know the exact scent profiles, so keep that in mind. But I would have a fresh, clean scent, whatever it may be. I would have a citrus scent. I would have something along the lines of a tobacco woodsy scent. Maybe a cologne scent, then that's a big maybe. And then I would have like our signature layered out, awesome, similar to that 1912 tier, something like that, and that's all I would make.
This is what I think I'm going to do when I'm tired of buying products and I want to move away from the product buying, because obviously I have enough to last in a while. I just want to make the sense, dude. I think that is so killer. Just crap. Yeah. I don't want to own a beer company. I don't want to deal with all that stuff. I just want to make killer smells, Yeah. That's all I want to do. So maybe I'll tap in, buy some fragrances and essentials and just do that as a hobby, because I know I think of different combinations and stuff, and I would just love to play. I just think that's so fun.
We should work on infusions, Joe. Like I have this like whole plan of what I want to do, and I want to make raw material.
Yeah.
And I want to do infusions. I want to get the vanilla beans and, cut them up and put them in the jojoba oil, let it sit for a couple months and strain it out. And, I want to do that like that. it seems more interesting to me than putting like scents together. I want to craft my own scents.
And I get that, but I think
this ad, it was crazy. This guy was just like, he was just doing that. He was crafting his own scent, and it was like a 10-minute video, and it was like, I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. I would do that all day. Like, I don't know.
Don't infusions wear away quickly?
I don't know.
I think they do, because I know Lone Bear did an infusion, and I know Nell's did an infusion, and I just don't think they have the same longevity as a fragrance.
Dan Yankee is right now.
Am I right? Correct.
Dan Yankee is right now.
Yeah. Oh, he's infusing right now. He's doing an infused scent.
I've got a tester of one right now. I won't give any information on the scent, but it was a good 4 to 6 for me for longevity.
All right. Now, Johnny, the second part of your thing is you have to actually be able to send that product to the customer, kind of like that bar of soap you promised me since we started Beard Therapy.
When I see you, when we go ghost hunting, I'm going to give you so much fucking soap. You don't know what to do with this goddamn soap. You're going to be able to build a fucking igloo in your house with this soap. I'm gonna
Woo!
Hey, I just got tagged in a picture. Beard Octane just released Citrophila on the LCW. That's actually a really good scent. I like that. I like that scent.
I have that oil.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I am not, and strike me down right now, because I am not a Kool-Aid drinker. I've got nothing against the company or the owner. I think the oils are fine, but as far as the scents go, I am not an Octane fan.
That's okay, and you're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. I like his the downshift. That is, to me, that it's milk, oatmeal, and honey. That is so smooth and relaxing for nighttime, man. I love that.
Wash that looks like a quart of oil.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to have that.
That's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, look at it. See, it's shit like that gets me. If there's like some off the wall kind of like presentation, or like, I will jump on it and no matter what, even if it's like a crappy product.
Jeff Wright. Someone needs to come up with a scent with just leather and gunpowder. Let me think. Boston Beer Company made Holiday, but there was other things in it. But you could smell that leather and gunpowder, and that scent very, very strong.
It's Holiday right here.
Yeah, I released it.
Yeah.
I released it.
Here's the thing I noticed about the few gunpowder scents I own, and I think I own 4 that have gunpowder. And I've heard this from owners. That's a tricky scent to work with, and man, is it forward. In every one of my scents, Mike's is probably the one where it doesn't come out the most. But I have Ape. I have 1812 from Ape. I have Double Barrel Moonshine from Miners, and I have America from Beard Hoss. And then I have that one. And I just love that kind of spiciness of the gunpowder, man. It drives me nuts.
1812, I had one of the original testers of it, and I know Rob changed it after I had it. And I liked that one. That one you could smell the gunpowder in it quite a bit. I was like, wow, that was nice.
Yeah.
Have you smelled the Miners Double Barrel Moonshine, Scott?
No,
it's a pretty strong gunpowder scent.
Speaking of that company, I do have this badass dude's oil right here. That, not to plug it because he's here.
And I got the butter right.
This scent is money, people. This is awesome.
I
don't even want to say on camera what I told you this smells. I don't want to mislead them. This smells something completely different than what they made it to be for me. I love this scent. It's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
I'm so glad that I got my hands on this. One of my favorite scents of the year, and it's only January. I like this a lot.
I know. I should have never done a.
I'm under the label. I'm right at the label, so I'm using this quite a bit.
Nice.
I feel like I should never have done a top,
Student motivation. Hey, yo, man.
Because like now that every time I smell an oil or a fragrance or something, I'm always thinking like, man, should I keep this on the side for my top scents or something like? And I feel like that extra like pressure is on me for having now I have to turn out top scents because I made the first top scent video that I did. But mine's different. Like the fragrance has to jog a memory or be like, super like moving. It's not just like it smells really good. You know what I mean? So like that's the way I do mine. But yeah.
Yeah, if you looked at mine, they were all very unique. They all tended to verge more to the darker, earthier, deeper scents because that's just I'm not outside of some florals. I'm not a real bright guy. I don't even buy citrus scents anymore. I just like to stay away from them, just because every time I bought a citrus scent, it's just gone. Not that I wouldn't wear a really killer one, but they just go too quickly in my beard, and I'm all about that longevity. I get what you're saying, and for me, it was a lot about uniqueness. Like, is this a scent I smelled by any other company?
Yeah, that's another factor.
That's what really helped, separate the men from the boys in my 25.
Yeah, I like Damn Yankees Port Isabel orange black pepper. It's very unique. I like that one.
Like the one super unique scent is that Faithful Bear from Lone Bear. I mean, that
is a good scent.
There is no other red wine scented oils like that.
Yeah, there is.
Which one? So I can get it.
Go to Anointed AK. They have one. They have a wine scented oil. I forget the name of it.
That's what
it's not.
Someone to tell me that there's another one so I can go buy it because I am in love.
Anointed AK makes a wine scented beard oil. I forget the name, but I really liked it.
Wait, were you talking about the Lone Bear collab as the wine scented one?
Yeah.
When Damn Yankee comes back around to summer, he had a white sangria and a red sangria, and they were both outstanding.
I got to review Anointed AK last year when Mandy went in the hospital. The owner, Scott, got my shipping information from Tyson, and he sent me 3 care packages. Like my review was huge. And I was like, wow. He sent me stuff from Alaska, went all the way to Jamaica or something, then came to my house. So went the wrong way. Enigma. That's it. The scent is Enigma, Johnny. That's the name of the scent. Thank you, Tyson.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
By the way, screw Tyson. I like 2 of the collabs he did this year, and he's just starting to make me a little upset. I liked the Savior, which I never thought I'd like.
Savior was good.
Savior was a great damn scent, and I would have never bought it. Colin sent it to me, and I was like, oh, and it made my top 25. And then that damn scent you made faithfully with Lone Bear, that is a great. Johnny was raving about it. I was gonna get it because I just like the idea of all the biblical, everything that you wanted in there was all connected back to the Bible. And then I heard Johnny raving over and over, and they had just sent me their fall scent, which I really like. So I said, that was a Black Friday for me, Tyson. I went in and bought the combo on that on Black Friday, and that's another great scent.
Lone Bear Beard Mate, they did have a really nice fall scent this year, dude. I had me and Mo and Brian had so many of those things that
I remember that. That's right.
The fall scent extravaganza.
It was awesome. It was it was like every day I had a package. I wasn't annoyed. I was just like, holy crap.
By the way, real quick, since you mentioned Brian from Beards and Banjos is about to release his first collab with Iowa Beard Co.
Yeah.
I saw the labels. They look fantastic.
They do.
Yeah.
And he said tomorrow he's going to do the release party. And I think you've got something involved with that, don't you, Scott?
Yeah, I'm getting the package tomorrow. That's what I was told today. Probably after you got the message, I got the message. Apparently, Friday at 8:00 on Brian's Beards and Banjos YouTube channel, he's releasing his very first collaboration with Iowa Beard Company, which is an awesome company. I've only tried their Halloween scent. It's the only thing I've ever tried of theirs. That is one of the greatest in beard filling oils I've ever used. It's incredible. And if their regular line is just as equal, I'm impressed already. So I'm very excited to get my hands on Iowa Beard Company. I think I'm doing a review for them very soon. I'm not sure. I got to see if the owner has responded back to me. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. But I want to try that tobacco bitters scent that they have.
Yeah.
Now I will say this though, Joe. I do know Brian's scent profile. Unfortunately, I don't remember what it was, so it's kind of a good thing. so I can't spoil it. He messaged it to me, and I just can't remember what it was.
I have a very short list of companies I want to try this year that I've yet to try, because my goal this year is to just stick with all the companies I already love and get whatever their new releases are that appeal to me.
Right.
Brothers Groom was on that short list, and I finally bought from them, and I was happy I did.
Brothers
And
Groom,
Iowa Beard Company.
Iowa.
It just seems like one of those the kind of company I dig, one of those little sleeper kind of companies that just kind of pops up. Couple guys review them, really happy about them. I want to take I'm going to get me some Iowa one of these days. I know, but they're on that list too. And that Tobacco Bitters was the one I think that was at the top of my list.
Yeah. I want to review this year, Iowa, obviously. I'm going to review. It's coming. I'm actually, that package comes tomorrow. Black Rebel Beer Company. I'm going to be reviewing their products finally. That's been asked from a lot of companies. The one that I want to review the most, they're talking about now, is the Barden. I had a lot of my followers message me, dude, you didn't put them in your tops. And I wasn't being rude. I was like, I got to have the product to try first. I want to try that tobacco one. Leather tobacco
leather bourbon.
Yeah. That one, everyone's like, everyone who's used it, they told me that's your scent, Scott. You got to try it. It's all you. I'm like, okay.
I want that praline one. Praline one's
Johnny, that was the second coffee after Barbudo, the second coffee that I would wear. And I would wear coffee. That other one, Scott, I liked it, but after I wore it like the second or third time, I was like, I just have to wear this all the time now. So it was one of those things when I smelled it and tried, I'm like, yeah, this is nice. But after a couple wears, it really became like hypnotic to me. I'm like, holy shit, is this a good scent? You know,
hella fat saying the gray before shave cigar vanilla smells like root beer. I actually said that in my video review because I had that product for over a year. I'm probably about working on 2 years, and I did the review on it. Like, I think it was the end of 2018. It was over a year that I had the product, and the first time I got it actually on Scuba's recommendation. I hated it. I was like, this is not what I expected, but I went back. I was like, I got to try it again. I liked it because it opened up, and it had that tobacco vanilla scent. The root beer was there, but it was kind of like an undertone. But to me, it is a tobacco vanilla with like a root beer head to it. I liked it.
One more thing on the Barden, Scott, because I know you like this type of product, and they're supposed to be very good at it. When you get his stuff, get his wash. I don't have it, but
everyone tells me that I need to review. Most importantly, is his wash and his butter over anything else. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I do have the wash. It's really good.
And Mo said that was his favorite wash of the year.
Yeah, I have the beard wash. I use it like very little because I want to make it last. You know?
Yeah,
I have too many freaking beard washes. I got like a ton of beard. I think right now for like me, like Anointed AK is like I'm targeting them.
Anointed AK is a company that has a very, very good graphic designer for an owner. So he's got the marketing strategy going for them because the dude could create anything he wants.
It's
That's awesome to have.
It's like they have they have a Dr. Pepper scent, which I wanted, but
Dr. Dapper, whatever it is. Yeah.
I'm just looking at all their stuff. Like they have all these scents. I've smelled the Fruit Loops. So like on the strength of the scent of the Fruit Loops alone, I know the guy can work some magic because that smells so good.
I remember watching Rob Acker's review, and he was like the one he said that smelled like Reese's.
Yeah,
and he said it smells like Reese's. It's no secret I'm not a fan of having the food scents in my beer, but I was like, this smells like a Reese's cup. It did. I was like, damn.
And they make a cookies and cream scent. I'm like, it's out of stock, but. I really want.
I'm not necessarily growing my hair out, Rob. I've just been lazy.
Gary, I wash at least twice a day, sometimes 3.
Hey, on that note, I don't know if anyone has seen it, but Have any of you caught, because I'm sure you get the same YouTube ads I do when you're watching YouTube, have any of you caught any of those Dr. Squatch commercials?
Oh, yeah, with the new soap that they got? Yeah. Did you buy one?
I did not, but it was interesting. The one I watched was shampoo and conditioner, and he went into basically talking about the same care for your hair like we do for our beards. He was like, you shouldn't wash your hair every day. Lord knows it's been many decades since I've washed.
True. That is true.
I do
every other day, 3 times a week, which is pretty much what a lot of us do with our beards. And the days you don't wash, you condition like we would with a co-wash. But and it was a long ass commercial too, but man, was it good. I almost bought it just on the strength of the commercial because I so enjoyed it.
I can honestly say, you're talking about washing your hair. Mandy has naturally curly hair. And it may sound disgusting to anybody watching this video, but keep this in mind. Every person's hair in general is completely different. She may be lucky if she washes her hair once a week and her hair just looks natural. It looks fine.
Yeah.
You know what? My wife did a thing called no poo, like no shampoo. And she did it for months. She didn't wash her hair at all. And, all she did was she put some oils in it and stuff like that. And she didn't wash it, and when she went to get her hair cut, and the salon with her stylist was like, what are you doing to your hair? Because it's amazingly soft and, it's all like natural and everything like that. No, I just haven't been washing it. And she gave a bit of baby powder on the top just to like soak up any like oil that happens naturally. A little bit of baby powder, and the hair still is like flows, and she has curly black hair, not wavy curly, just like big curls naturally, and her hair is just amazing because she doesn't really wash it.
Well, Barberdo Joe's got an afro. I mean,
I want to do the same thing with the beard, but I don't know. Like, you don't wash it, just leave it.
I love not having hair, man. If I could grow hair, I wouldn't.
What I used to spend on haircuts, and every 2 weeks I was going to the barber shop, getting fades up and everything like that. And like, he was just, making me look nice and everything. But now, like, I'm like, fuck that. You just fucking shave it.
I was shaving my head for that 1 year. I actually did it because I do have a bald spot in the back of my head. It's really no bigger than a thumbprint, but it's gonna happen. I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my crap, I'm going bald.
Mine is all here. This is it.
Yeah, I was like,
right here.
let me. I've had the same hairdo since I was in high school. I call it the pretty boy haircut, and I looked at Mandy and I said, "It's time for a change." And I looked just like you, Johnny, no hair, and I did it for like an entire year. I did, and it was cool. I didn't have nothing to worry about. But in the end, Mandy's like, I do like you with a little bit of hair better, so I just let it go.
Yeah. I started noticing. I started noticing that ever since I started using all these beard products, every time I put it in my hair, my scalp.
You should.
I'm noticing that like my hair has grown back faster, and I'm shaving twice a week instead of once a week. I used to shave just once a week. Now I'm doing it twice a week, and I'm wondering if that's because maybe I'm putting all these amazing products in my hair, and like really, I mean, the skin is getting all these products in it.
Of course it is.
I wonder if that's like really boosting. And now I started on the biotin.
Come on, Johnny Grooms. Yeah. It's no secret that some of these companies they sell these beard oils because they do make your hair grow. They even say it in their stupid wrong fucking websites. not throwing out any struggling companies out there or whatever, but the oil you have results right there. Fucking morons.
Although I have been using Gary's gummies for a while now, so
that's right. You were using the gummies. I mean,
it's at least 4 days.
Well, now let me ask you this question.
Already, I'm like,
since you've been shaving your head, were you using the gummies and stuff about the same time?
No, I just started. The
gummies they're definitely going to help that as well too.
I'm hoping by the end of the bottle that my beard is down at least to the beard sign and beard therapy. at least. Although I gotta double up, so I gotta get another bottle because I gotta get twice the amount that's in the bottle of biotin to be the correct dosage.
You could use 10,000 a day. I think Gary's is. I think his gummy's 5,000. I think.
So I'm
Yeah.
chewing like 4, like twice a day. So I'm ready. I'm going for that
No,
bottle.
you're using too much. No, you 10,000 is all your body will allow. The rest you're just gonna piss out. Like you're literally wasting it.
Well, is it? It's 5,000 for 2, right?
I don't know. Ask Gary.
Right, Gary? Can I see the gummies?
Yeah, we'll see what he said.
The capsule. Yeah, I gotta see the gummies in the capsule. So I gotta order the capsule.
Okay.
While I'm here, might as well.
I'm about halfway through my last bottle of biotin with Detroit. They're supposed to send me 2 more, and then that will be my year of using biotin. And it
helps.
It helps, and I don't want to be quoted and someone hold me to it and say that it works, but it helps. It does help. I mean, come on, you guys have seen me how it's grown. It was over 7 inches long. You know, the stuff does something. And then, as Dan C has said himself, if you're changing your diet and you're working out, and you're taking better care of yourself, that's going to help as well, because testosterone helps as well.
Do you have a code with Chesapeake?
Beer times 10.
Beer times 10. All right.
Yes, sir.
There we go. There, just saved myself some money. I'm gonna order the capsules right now. So might as well.
Who did you use my code for? Whiskey and Heart Attack. That's right. You texted me for that one.
Yeah, because I couldn't find anybody else's. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy. I look for codes for when I buy purchases and stuff. I'm like, the fuck. I couldn't.
I'll have to make another one of those posts, because I haven't made one of them in a while. I do have my damn Yankee code now. We were just waiting till after the new year to get one, just to get one set up. And I think it's BTWS 10 or something. We changed it up to my usual. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Something like that.
All right. Yeah, you're saying we have a sale. He has a biotin sale.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He is having a sale.
Am I just being? I'm being a tool right now, or let's see.
You have the Chesapeake app, don't you?
I do. That's what I'm on.
You should be getting notifications every day. You get even if it's Gary saying thank you for the support. You get a notification from Chesapeake every day.
I do, but they disappear as I use my phone. Well, I just ordered like $100-some worth of biotin. Jesus Christ! All right.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know. Biotin. I mean, for a while, like I was really trying to hold on to the hair, because like I had the bald spot and I was using a vitamin E roller on there, and I was trying everything to really hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, my wife is like, you know what? Just shave your fucking head. Just shave it.
It happens, man. As long as you embrace it and accept it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and she's like, do you want to look like George Costanza? I was like, not really. Like, I don't want, because that's where it was going, because my bald spot's like right here, and then it grows up, and I'm gonna have that bald and hair on the side, and like that's not a good look, like no matter what. So
the baldness comes from the mother's side of the family.
Yeah.
So my mother's brothers and her dad passed away. She was 2, so I know she doesn't have any history or recollection of her dad. But all her brothers, they're all bald. My dad's side's all bald, so it's like I'm going to go bald eventually.
Yeah.
Johnny, the code will get you buy 2 get 1 free. There you go.
Yes, I see. Use Boost and we'll get you buy 2.
You can mix and match them.
Oh, all right. All right.
Well, there you go, Gary. Change my code to HeyYo10. There you go. Change my code to HeyYo10 for Chesapeake. Then we'll make it official tomorrow.
I really started getting in on Chesapeake. I didn't really have a lot of Chesapeake before I did the No BS collab review, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna run with Chesapeake for a little bit, and then I got the Blanco, which is a great smell. Have you smelled the Blanco oil? It smells really good. I like it.
No, I haven't.
It smells like a really nice, clean, like a soap kind of clean. It's really.
Thank you for tuning in, Rob. Have a good one, man.
And I'm looking forward to like really getting in on Chesapeake's fragrances going forward. You know?
I will be. I'm going to be getting my first testers for the mixtape here very soon, and I know for a fact that I'm going to be doing a review of some Chesapeake products, as Gary wants me to review his Ultra Conditioner. I know that he told me, he said, I want you to review that one. And I'm pretty sure I'll have other stuff to review. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I want to get on that Ultra Conditioner too, because Mo did a review. I think Mo did a review on it, and they said it was really good.
Yeah.
Like I was like, you know what? Mo's telling me it's really good, and it's got to be good. You know.
Yeah, Gary's going out to go see Araya here, I think next week or so. Really soon, he's going out to go see her. So.
Yeah, I have all that. I have all the French Crush products and all that.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to make sure, you know, something like that. I like to partake and donate to. You know.
Right. How many people are tuned in? I have the StreamYard. I don't have YouTube.
Yeah.
18, it says.
Oh, nice.
18 now. 14.
I didn't know. What was the most we had? I didn't see it.
Most we had was 20 something, maybe 30,
Oh, cool.
maybe something like that.
Oh,
Those are big numbers for us, Scott.
apologize because I didn't actually open up another window to see. Because like when I do my live streams, half the time I don't even look at YouTube. I just use this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is delayed. So like literally these comments come up here first. YouTube, it'll come up after it. So then you got to scroll and try to find it.
Yep.
Camel saying he just got his collab today for No BS. The oil alone is so good. It's,
Best scent profile so far for this year.
and I didn't expect it to be as like amazing as like when you were saying it was really good. I was like, all right, you know, it's probably good, you know, because you know Scott knows his shit and like it's got to be good. So I'm smelling it. I'm like, damn, he was right. This thing, it really smells. I
can't lie. I use the oil probably halfway through the bottle. Honestly, it's good.
I want a butter out of this.
Talk to Gary. That's all you can do.
Oh man, it's good.
It is good. It's really good. Although I will say this, later on in the year, I'm not giving away the scent profile. Later this year, probably around the summer, Chesapeake Beer Company collaboration number 2 with me will be released this year, and we're calling it Sleeveless, and that's all I'm going to tell you. I will not give out the scent profile. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is, but I gave the scent profile to Gary, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, that's money." The only people who know the scent profile are Mo, Matt, and Gary, because we did it off in the green room that night. And I told it to Gary, and he goes, "Yeah, we're doing it." So
if underarm sweat isn't part of it, then it's no.
Yeah. He actually named it. He named it that. I was like, it works for me. But it's going to be one when people are going to be like, "Damn, this is going to be good."
Oh man.
I think it's one. It will be one of the most unexpected scents when the scent profile is released. You'll be like, "No, this isn't Scott," and I'm the one who come up with it. So
I was thinking, I'm going to start a series of just reviewing collaborations.
So do it.
And I am. But when I review it, I'm going to review it to a harsher standard, because I feel like if the reviewers putting their name on it, they're putting their like knowledge with it also. You know what I'm saying? Because like the sense that you like and everything like that, and you go back and forth with the company to get it just right how it should be and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I feel like I should review it at a higher standard, so I'm going to be really, really nitpicky when it comes to collab going forward.
When we put out Magruder, and keep in mind, it is simple. It's only sandalwood and amber. And I I was like, I told him this is what I wanted. The first bottle he sent me, I was like, I did it on camera. I was like, leave it alone. Don't change it. This is perfect. And he's texting me, are you sure? I'm like, this is the one. Leave it alone. It was perfect. He nailed it. This one we're going to work with now, it's gonna. I have a feeling he's going to have it in less than 3 packages sent to me. I think by the third one we're going to have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Johnny, did you decide to do a reaction video this week?
I was trying to find something, but like everything was kind of like not. I don't know. It just didn't look funny to me. Like it didn't look. I was trying to find like some wrestling botches because I know Scott's a wrestling fan and all that stuff, but they were all like dumb. Like there wasn't, and then there was like some that were, just not pretty to see. People like dying and stuff like that. I don't want to put like people dying on my show here.
Wrestlers were dying?
Yeah, because they get their necks broken. Like Rey Mysterio. There's a wrestler, Rey Mysterio, right?
Yeah.
He has a move called 619.
Yep.
Where he positions you in a certain way where your head's facing forward, and he spins and he kicks you in the face, right? Well, he killed a guy doing that. He fucking broke their neck and killed a guy in Mexico doing that.
Yeah.
And so there's videos of things like that where people break it. Like Sid Vicious was going off top rope or whatever. Yeah. And he snapped his leg, and you see his leg like flopping. I was like, this is awful stuff. So I really couldn't find anything like. Well, I can stay looking if you guys want to talk amongst yourself. I'll find some.
The guy who's in the comments down here, Deuce Donatelli, he's actually one of my coworkers. He's actually a wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he seriously is. That's his wrestler's name, Deuce Donatelli.
Oh, okay.
Well, all right. Deuce, did you see fucking NXT where that English guy, the wrestler from England, there was a botch kick to the face and knocked him out? It was crazy. Like he was doing a move, right? And he took a kick to the chin, and you see it connected, and he just like was gone. And he flopped to the mat, and they went for the cover, and he was supposed to kick out, but he couldn't because he was knocked out. So they had to, the guy who was covering him had to lift his shoulder up. It was all caught on camera. It was all messed up.
You guys know who Jim Cornette is?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He has 2 podcasts a week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very, very old school, and he hates the new wrestling. And I listen religiously because he's one of the funniest men out there. But he and his co-host have been watching NXT and what's the new one? AEW. Yes. And I quit watching. I probably quit watching in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Probably right around when Rock left. So I wouldn't recognize wrestling anymore, but I started in the early 80s, just before WrestleMania 1, and watched WCW and WWF, as it was then, religiously. And on occasion, I would even get a couple of the territories. I'd get the Dallas show every once in a while on a random cable channel, even though I was in San Diego. You see like Iceman Parsons and the Von Erichs and all those guys. Those are good years, man. That was some killer entertainment for me. Yeah. And then I bought Dave Meltzer's newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
And got started getting the behind the scenes stuff. And that was just a whole nother world. Like reading about the Montreal screw job from Meltzer. Meltzer is a damn good journalist. The things I love to read were his obituaries. When a famous wrestler died, I loved reading his obituaries because he would do this amazing career retrospective. But reading about the Montreal screw job, I was like, God, it was so fascinating. So fascinating.
He's the official rater of matches. Meltzer does a rating on a match, and that's it. That's what it's rated as.
But he stole that, and he'll tell you so. He stole that from Jim Cornette and a friend of Jim Cornette's named Wheaton Dooley, because they used to do an old school wrestling zine where they would do star matches. And Meltzer just kind of lifted it, and so all of that actually comes from Cornette too.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very hard to get above a 4 rating from Meltzer, and he gave a few that were 6s.
Yeah.
And now people are like, holy crap. That's actually where I come up with my idea for my ratings, was actually from that. It was for my reviews. I was like, stars, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
And it's only recently that he gave a 6-star match, which just makes Cornette apoplectic because he hates the wrestling nowadays. Like the guy who uses his dick, I forget his name.
Oh man, yeah, that's retarded. That's just dumb. Sorry, that's just dumb.
But
you know, he uses his dick. Have you seen that, Scott? The guy uses his dick to.
I know who you're talking about. I mean,
it's funny. It's kind of. It was funny the first time. I'll say that. But after the first time, I was like, yeah, it's dumb. Yeah.
By the way, did either of you guys, and if you haven't, you need to go right after this or very soon, watch the wrestling show that Viceland TV put out this year?
No.
Oh my God. Keep talking. I'm going to pull it up. It is amazing. It's got like reenactments, and it's all these kind of wrestling tragedies or scandals. You know, they had the death of Bruiser Brody, and they had the Montreal screw job, and they had
Deuce is saying it's very good. Okay, I'll have
okay. Deuce. What do you remember the name of that, Deuce? The dark. There it is. The Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring. Okay.
So you go to Viceland TV and you look for the Dark Side of the Ring. I think it was 6 episodes. Cornette was used as like a resource for those, and he already said they're making a second season because it was such a hit. They blend documentary footage with interviews with reenactments. And they're not corny, cheesy reenactments. Wow. They kind of blur the camera just a tad, but the dude that is dressed up like Bret Hart looks like fucking Bret Hart. He's got the wavy red hair and the pink glasses. It's really well done. You guys will enjoy it if you
I met Bret Hart. I did. I met him a few years ago.
You know, that was like, as a kid growing up, I always wanted Bret Hart to put the glasses on my head. Like he'd come down the ring, he would put it on.
I have a pair. I have a signed pair of them.
Oh man. I always wanted that to happen. Brett, I did see that Brett talking about that HBO documentary on Jake the Snake. Yeah, I saw that too. Jake the Snake with his addiction and all that stuff, and him finding DDP yoga and turning his whole life around. Same thing with Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
That guy shot like 20 times.
Man, you see him now, he's still like, it's funny to see him now because he's got the full head of silver hair.
Yeah.
Still tied back with the toothpick in his mouth. He was like, "Hey, yo, I fucking love that shit, man. I miss that stuff."
He's actually he's one of the trainers down in NXT. Like he may not be as agile, obviously, but
yeah,
like I've seen footage. He gets in that ring and he literally like roughhouses them kids. Like he's like, like this. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. This is how you do it. But he teaches them. He's like,
in the old school, they would. That's how you separated the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah, that's what they he's not there all the time, but he's one of the good coaches. Like they know when he comes in, he's gonna put him to work.
Yeah,
because he was like a grappler, he was a brawler, he was good at it.
Yeah,
he toughens them up.
So Deuce,
those are days, man. Those are days.
Deuce, since you're a pro wrestler, and I don't know your age or anything, who are your idols growing up? Who are the guys that you liked?
I actually work with him too. I work with him.
So does Deuce, while he's responding to that, does Deuce do like indies in Maryland, West Virginia, PA? Is that what he does? Or yeah,
that's cool.
He's wrestled quite a few. I'll say that.
The worst thing that happened, even though it was the greatest thing that happened as a fan, was the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Is the moment you lose and WWE consumes WCW.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anything else. There's no competition. It's now virtually a monopoly. TNA was never going to touch them.
Hell no.
And the shit they have right now. Cornette is saying NXT, which of course is the WWE trainees, is better than that AEW.
It is. Right? I'll say that. I'll say that.
So they're not even marching out the.
You know what? I can never watch AEW because every time AEW is on, we're doing this. It's on right now. I'm missing it.
We are it?
Yeah, it's on. It's on Wednesday nights.
His name, Joe. His real name is Tony. So Tony's favorite is $1 Million Man.
Oh,
$1 Million Man. That laugh he does. Yeah, man.
Right on, Deuce. Ted DiBiase, one of the greatest of all time.
Tony's old school. He really is.
Well, we would get along famously, Deuce. I'm a huge Four Horsemen fan.
That's what we do at work. We drive by at work. We're all like this, right? Like I'm talking. 3-4 o'clock in the morning. You walk in, bam.
My horsemen are Flair, Blanchard, Ole, and Arn Anderson. Those are my four. Although I will accept Barry Windham in the place of Ole because Windham is such a great worker at that point in time. That's my four horsemen. I don't want any other freaking incarnation.
I will take Benoit because Benoit was one of my favorites. Oh my God, regardless of what happened, what he did,
right?
That was a workhorse.
I think he was probably stupid. Now this is right around when I was getting out of it, but he might have been the smallest guy ever to hold the WWE strap when he got it. I don't think there was anyone smaller than him in stature when he got it. Now I know since Mysterio has gotten it and CM Punk, and those are kind of smaller guys because Vince always likes these dudes.
Yeah,
he likes.
But
likes big.
Hell of a wrestler. Hell of a fucking wrestler.
We're riding by all day long talking, like literally on our machines, just yelling out promos from the 80s. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter what we're talking about. Like he could be telling me about a product at work. Like, he can say, that's the wrong set of scanners over there. And I'm like, whether you like it or not, learn to love it because we're going to be here for a long, long time.
One of my biggest here are two of my biggest regrets in life.
That's awesome.
One is I never learned how to play guitar. Two is out of all the wrestling imitations I can do, I never mastered Piper. And Piper is a heel. Piper in early 80s WWF is my guy. Flair is a very close second, but
Piper was Mandy's favorite, all-time favorite. She never watched it till we got together, but she knew who Roddy Piper was.
Sad when he died. It was sad.
My favorite forever will always be Ric Flair, without a doubt. Ric Flair, and then if I had to say like top 5, because I get asked that quite a bit. It's a tough one, but I gotta say Ric Flair, AJ Styles, CM Punk, Steve Austin, Undertaker.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Undertaker. That's a good call.
That'd be my
now that's all around wrestling, promos, all that stuff, the total package.
Actually, let me take that back. Because I loved Chris Benoit, I gotta say. Ric Flair, AJ Styles, CM Punk, then Chris Benoit, and then Steve Austin. I'd have to take Undertaker out of there, honestly, because the man's dead.
This is true. I mean, you can't argue with that.
The bad thing about him now, like in the WWE, people are like, just retire already.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my favorite wrestler still makes appearances, even though he can't wrestle.
Yeah.
But the Undertaker's working on 60, almost a 7-foot tall man, still making an appearance whenever he can. Well, I'm like, wow.
He's still deadlifting 500 plus pounds though. The guy's, he's got some in the tank. I mean, he's like he can't put on a 20-minute match or something like that. But like the younger guys, but he's still got a little bit. I just watched the sit down that he had with Steve Austin. Did you see that?
I have not yet.
Oh, that's right, because you denounced the network. You were like, fuck
I do not watch anything of wrestling at all. Like nothing. I don't.
He was sitting down, he's talking to Steve, and I forgot what he said. I'm at a loss. But I know like he still wants to perform. He doesn't see like how it's gonna end. Something like that.
Right.
I'm just amazed. Who, of course, started off in WCW and then came over. At that height, could walk the rope the way he did. That always blew me away.
Who's starting to do that? What's his face is starting to do that now? Elias.
Yeah.
Walk with Elias. He's walking the rope now. He did it once. I was like, oh shit, I wonder if he's going to continue doing that.
Early's hopping off of the chat. I'm actually going to do the same thing because I have to get up earlier than he does to go to work.
Oh shit! Yeah, you gotta go.
One more quick one, Scott. Before
Yes,
you go, this will be real quick. This is love. I got together with my wife from afar. I moved out here. Within a few months of me moving out here, she brings home wrestling tickets because she knows I love wrestling. Just so happens it's the King of the Ring in Pittsburgh with the Hell in the Cell, Undertaker, Mankind.
Oh man,
I was there live for that.
You
match.
got to see that?
You got thrown off of it.
That match live, and I went, "Okay, lady, you love me."
Wow,
good sir.
Wow,
thanks for coming on tonight, Scott. Appreciate having you.
I'm like in awe that you got to see that.
I'm in awe,
dude. That's
lucky bastard.
That the world will never forget.
Yeah,
you just see him.
yeah, and it was. I mean, it was crazy live. Like I had seen everything. I knew all the behind the scenes shit. And when I saw Mankind do that, I was like I was 5 years old.
You do know that, like literally, he told Mark, he's like, "Throw me off," and he's like, "No, do it right now."
Yeah. And when he went through the panel, that wasn't supposed to happen.
No, that was like a secret door that broke somehow.
Yeah. That's what I think separated his shoulder. Well, one of those two did.
Yeah, he separated his shoulder first, and then he fell off of the damn cage, and he had his tongue in his or his lip, in his tooth, or something.
His tooth in his nose.
His tooth, went right into his nose. Yeah.
God. Great shit. All right, Scott. We'll have you back on here somewhere in the future. I don't think Johnny and I are imploding or going anywhere in the near future, but I'll go to bed. You got a job.
Unfortunately, I do have a job, and I don't want to go there tomorrow just because I don't think we have to discuss how much we all love our jobs.
I don't want to go to mine tomorrow either. Holy shit! I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
But what I will say while I'm on here before I jump off here, I've been taking a break. As I said, I'm a live people. As you all know, I'm an avid Stephen King reader, and that's all I've been doing is reading my books, and that's awesome. I'm not the biggest reader, but I found an author that I really like, so I'm sticking with him. And just taking a break because it does get overwhelming from time to time with are you going live? Are you going live? And at the same time, you want to make content. Being a YouTuber and content maker, it's almost like it consumes you. It really does because after a while I got to keep up, man. You think that you're falling behind and stuff, but you're really not. You're human, and I've realized that here lately. I'm like, I'll make a video whenever I'll get to it, and that's what I have been doing. But I'm alive, everybody. I'm going to do my live stream tomorrow. Johnny and Joe, you're more welcome to jump in on that tomorrow if you want. I'm going to be on YouTube Friday too with Beards and Banjos. You get 3 nights with me this week.
Nice.
But I'm going to be doing for sure a review very soon of the Black Rebel Beer Company. I'm pretty sure I'm doing an Iowa one. I'm pretty sure. I gotta look at the thing. I don't even look at those messages hardly anymore either. But I've just been taking a break, everybody. Nothing's going on. Nobody's sick. I'm just enjoying my products, I can say, for the first time in a long time. Because as a reviewer, they can vouch for this. Yep. We don't get to we find products such as Joe's, which I absolutely love. We're like, oh man, I love this. By the time you get to actually sit down and check it out and enjoy it, the scent may go away from it after a while. You know what I mean? And that's happened to me in my past. So I'm like, that ain't happened to me anymore.
Yeah. Main reason I quit, I was constantly road testing.
Yeah.
Get to wear the shit that I really liked. Exactly. Yep.
And a lot of the stuff that I'm using right now, I've had for when I bought it, and stuff that I'm like, oh, keep that, come back to that.
Yeah.
A year later.
Right.
And so that's why I'm like diminishing my collection, and you can't keep everything forever.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying it negatively towards Johnny. Oh, look at all that stuff behind him.
Yeah.
All that stuff he has there, it's great. Looks awesome on camera. You all know he's not using that stuff on a daily basis. There's no way he could.
Right. I try to rotate as much as possible.
Exactly.
You know, I really do. That's why Helifet's going to get because he won. You know, he solved a little riddle there. He's going to get a little box. It's random, like, from my collection. Because I want to narrow down, like you did. I want to narrow down exactly what I use. Because I have this here, but I also have 2 shelves in my bedroom. They're on the wall, and they're loaded with oils and balms. And those are the ones that, like, I really use a lot. And when I bring the ones from down here upstairs and I rotate those, that's how I do it. So I have a lot more. It's just upstairs.
I don't think I have to discuss how many products that I have to just donate / give away. I think you all should know how much I have. But I'm opening up my mystery boxes here very soon. And like I said, I do it for anybody. I tell you, $20. You send me, PayPal me $20, and I'll send you a big old box full of crap. Well over $20. Trust me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I'm opening that up here probably tomorrow. So if anybody's interested, give me a holler. We'll get something out to you.
That's awesome, man. All right, guys. Well, Scott's got to go. This is a great show. It went a lot of different directions.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, Scott. I appreciate you taking your time and going an hour later than you had it planned.
It's all good. Thank you all for having me. I got to get back in the swing of doing this stuff. So it's been a while. Like, I literally haven't fluently made content since November. Plus I was sick for Christmas anyway. Because that killed me that I couldn't make all those individual videos. My voice wouldn't hold up. I tried. I was like, fuck it. So I just did all that.
If you can't do it, you got to take care of yourself first. Yeah. Self-care is the best care. Remember that.
Next to self-love. All right. So if you all will join us next Wednesday, we'd appreciate it. Until then, for Johnny, for Hey Yo Mang.
Hey Yo Mang.
Beer Times with Scott. Thanks for stopping by tonight. We'll see you soon. Take care, guys.